Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here, and today we're back with another West Coast Racers construction update thanks to our good pal John. You can check out his Instagram down in the description. And honestly, everything is looking great right now, especially with this station, and this update is over 2 separate days. So this is from the first day, I believe, on November 4th, and you can see the paneling starting to show up on that third wall side to go over where the exit is for the entrance, or should I say the station, and the pit stop experience for the ride itself. So there is black paneling on at least these 3 sides. Now in the front facade of the station building, there will be a different looking facade than of course on every other side, and that being the shop facade that we've seen in concept art as well as concept videos in the past, which will have a lot of blues, a giant West Coast Customs logo, and tons of detail work, which should look awesome. And also, I gotta say, the fact that the paneling is going up around the station already makes this project look 10 times more complete, which is really interesting to think about. But also, totally want to mention there is something in the station building you can see on the second level covered up by a tarp right there. We're not entirely sure what that is, but it does seem a little far away to be anything major for the actual station systems itself. So like a control panel or potentially something else, but we'll just have to wait and see if that's moved in the next couple days. But also there's a huge outlook coming out from the second floor, and I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be for. Could it be potentially to hook up for a stairway outside of the building, or is it just an outlook for potential ride operators just to get a better view of the launching mechanisms? I'm not entirely sure what that will be used for, but it definitely was not seen in the concept videos or art in the past, so it's kind of a question mark for a lot of us. And you could also see the starting of painting on the go-karts, which will come back to that in just a little bit of time. But everything is looking pretty fantastic in the station. And now jumping to the next day, the 5th, you can see more of the paneling has gone up and almost that entire side has been finished. That tarped object has still not moved, but it does seem that the station gates, the compression system, is almost ready to go as well, which is awesome news. But you can see 3 employees, 3 construction workers standing on that platform right there, and I'm very interested to see what that's going to be used for, since we really have no idea entirely what it could be for or what is going on in that space, but it looks very interesting. And I think it adds a little depth to the building that's needed, because besides that, the building really is just kind of a shaped box. But you can still see that car sitting there on the yellow side track to make sure all the stators are aligned, and that's really what they're doing with this car in particular. Now, it hasn't really moved much, at least during the operating day, but of course during night they could have potentially tested that. But besides that, moving on to the go-karts yet again, you can see more paint going onto the building itself, and it looks like it's getting a complete makeover, at least on its station, which is awesome news. I think the checker marked pattern that was on it for ages is kind of outdated with the new underground opening up in just a little bit of time here. And here's just another view of it from over by Jetstream, which was still closed, sadly. But you can see a brand new paint job, almost like a baby sky blue. It looks really nice, though, and clean, which I think is the best part about it. But another interesting thing that popped up this morning is the fact that Magic Mountain posted on their Instagram that another car has been placed on the 4th launch of the coaster, so they will be lining up those stators down there and making sure everything is good to go for potential launching in the near future. But we can tell it's another car because there is no front end on this particular one, unlike the front car that is already sitting on the yellow track and has been for a while. And that car in specific will most likely end up being the spare car that will always be rotating in and out of maintenance, at least for the first couple weeks of operation. Because instead of having a full spare train in maintenance, they're only doing it car by car, which actually seems to be a smarter idea, because this coaster in particular will have to run with 3 trains, otherwise it will not operate. And this is due to it always dueling. Drew from the not so far future here. Just wanted to add on, they're actually adding on a car to each launch. We will actually have another update in the next couple days just to let you know about what's going on there. But just figured I'd tune you in. They are adding a car to each launch. Anyways, Drew from the not so recent past, take over. But anyways, I want to thank John real quick for another amazing update. Please give him some love down in the comments and on his Instagram. And I want to thank you so much for watching. And if you want to stick around, make sure to subscribe, because we're going to have tons more West Coast Racers updates in the next coming weeks and even months. But until next time, we'll see you on the next ride.